we're going to explore the true identity of Savitur, the astonishing physical mechanics behind the Gayatri mantra, and the actual science of that vital life force we call prana. I want to establish right from the start that this entire journey of cosmic discovery is guided by the extensive, unparalleled revelations of Captain Ajit Vadakayil. If you ask most scholars today, they'll tell you that Savitur refers to our local sun.
Which is, frankly, an incredibly limiting perspective. And as per Captain Ajit Vadakayil, it's a translation error of epic proportions.
Wait, so humanity has been mistaken about this for millennia?
Yes, absolutely. Our local sun is just this minuscule, relatively insignificant dot in the vastness of the cosmos.
Just a tiny speck, yeah.
Right. So when the ancient Maharishis invoked Savitur, they were absolutely not talking about the sun in our sky. Savitur is actually the primordial quasar. And in Hindu texts, this massive energetic source is represented allegorically as goddess Saraswati, the wife of Brahma, the creator.
That is just a staggering paradigm shift.
A quasar is an active galactic nucleus of unimaginably high luminosity.
Like beyond what we can comprehend.
Exactly. It is the absolute powerhouse of the cosmos. In Captain Vadakayil's framework, this primordial quasar Savitur possesses the blinding brilliance of more than 1 trillion suns. It isn't just a bright object, it is the ultimate creative source. It's the mother figure of stars, the origin point of divine grace, and literally the very substratum of the entire universe. It is the engine of creation itself.
Okay, so if Savitur is this massive, incomprehensibly distant cosmic quasar, how does its energy bridge that unimaginable distance to reach us here on Earth?
That is the big question, isn't it?
Right. I mean, sunlight takes, what, 8 minutes to travel from our local sun to Earth? The energy from a distant quasar should take billions of years, right?
And that perfectly logical question brings us to one of the most profound scientific revelations we're going to discuss today. And that is the concept of prana.
Okay, prana.
Now, we've all heard prana described in, yoga classes as just breath or some vague mystical life force. But Captain Ajit Vadakayil explains that prana is not just a mystical concept, it is highly advanced physics. Prana is actually tachyon energy.
Tachyon energy implies particles that travel faster than light. But classical physics, Einstein's theory of relativity, teaches us that the speed of light is the absolute unbreakable speed limit of the universe.
Right, the cosmic speed limit.
So are we talking about a totally different set of physics here?
We are indeed. What Captain Vadakayil points out is that our modern classical understanding of science is simply incomplete. Quantum physics operates on an entirely different set of rules. Tachyon energy, which is the very substance of prana, is made up of subatomic particles that travel faster than the speed of light. Tachyons are fundamentally different from ordinary matter.
So they don't behave like anything we're used to seeing?
Not at all. You literally cannot slow them down to below the speed of light. And conversely, you cannot produce tachyons by accelerating ordinary matter. It's just a completely different state of highly dense perpetual energy. Prana represents the physical manifestation of the cosmic field, what the ancient texts refer to as Brahman entering into our physical realm.
Okay, so it's the physical bridge.
Exactly. As per Captain Vadakayil, it condenses directly from zero-point energy. Even in a perfect vacuum, where you would think there is absolutely nothing, there is this fluctuating underlying sea of massive energy. Prana condenses from that invisible sea.
It's just so beautiful to think about.
It really is. It is the absolute vital link that connects the human body to the human mind. Without prana, the body and mind literally have no direct connection to each other or to the cosmos.
So how does this tachyon energy actually behave when it interacts with us? I'm assuming it doesn't just, hit us like a normal wave of light or heat.
You're exactly right, it doesn't. The Captain's decodings reveal that this energy does not radiate as standard electromagnetic or Hertzian waves. Tachyon energy expands outward in dynamic, longitudinal, scaly waves.
So like a pulse moving through a slinky rather than a wave on the ocean.
Precisely. It pushes and pulls in the direction of travel. And this is crucial because of how scalar waves interact with physical matter. Tachyons actually reduce the entropy of physical matter.
Okay, and entropy is the natural tendency of things to move toward disorder, breakdown, and decay.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. In the physical universe, everything ages, it breaks down, and it loses energy over time. That's entropy.
Right.
But because prana is tachyon energy, it reverses that disorder. When your cells absorb it, it literally organizes the matter.
That is fascinating.
It slows down the aging process, significantly strengthens the immune system, and promotes powerful self-healing right down to the cellular level.
So if we have this incredible life-extending tachyon Wi-Fi constantly flowing from the Quasar Savitur, the ancient Maharishis must have realized they needed a reliable way to sort of tune into it.
They absolutely did.
We need an antenna. And I'm guessing that leads us to the actual Gayatri mantra?
According to Captain Ajit Vadakayil, the true power of the Gayatri mantra lies entirely in its sound vibrations. Specifically, the scalar longitudinal waves those acoustic sounds produce within the body.
So it's about the physical vibration.
Yes, its power does not lie in the literal linguistic meaning of the words. The linguistic meaning of the words exists purely to induce a feeling of gratitude in the person chanting.
Just to trigger that emotion.
Right. That emotional state is incredibly important, which we will definitely get to, but the primary mechanism of action is acoustic and physiological.
Okay, tell me about the mechanics of the chant itself.
The mantra consists of exactly 24 syllables. And traditionally, since antiquity, each of these 24 syllables has an attached mudra.
A mudra is like a specific hand sign, right?
Yes, exactly. And each one is dedicated to an ancient Maharishi.
So chanting the Gayatri mantra isn't just reciting a beautiful poem, it's more like dialing a precise 24-digit cosmic frequency.
When you utter these 24 syllables with the correct meter and combine them with the precise mudras, you are turning your biology into an acoustic antenna.
It's literally a physical technology.
It really is. Those specific sound vibrations and subtle hand movements direct the flow of prana through the body's nadis.
Nadis being the subtle energy channels mapped out in ancient Ayurvedic texts, correct? Like the biological wiring system.
Exactly. This directed scalar energy flows through that wiring and directly stimulates the pineal gland in the brain, which essentially acts as a resonant receiver.
Wow.
It even interacts physically with your own DNA. You are effectively creating a state of phase conjugate resonance with the cosmos. Think of it like tuning two guitars. If you pluck a string on one guitar, the same string on the other guitar across the room will begin to vibrate because they are perfectly matched in frequency.
Oh, right. Resonance.
Yes.
Yeah.
When your body creates these specific scalar waves through the mantra, they perfectly match and interlock with the incoming tachyon waves from Savitur. The waves amplify each other. Your biological frequency locks in with the cosmic frequency.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So if the physics are this profound, the natural next step is figuring out how we actually configure our physical bodies to receive this energy correctly.
Captain Ajit Vadakayil provides highly detailed, exact instructions on the ritual of chanting the Gayatri mantra, which is known as Purisharan. Chanting must be done at dawn. You should be facing east or north, and it must be done in a clean, deeply peaceful environment.
Why east or north specifically?
It's about alignment with the Earth's magnetic grids. By facing east or north, you are aligning your body's electromagnetic field with the planet's optimal magnetic flows.
Oh, to reduce interference.
Before you even begin to chant, the chanter must completely clear their bowels and bathe. Cleanliness of the physical vessel is completely non-negotiable.
Now, I understand why taking a bath makes me feel clean. Why does having an empty stomach and empty bowels affect my ability to act as an antenna?
It's all about energy allocation. Digestion requires massive amounts of the body's internal energy.
Right, the body is working hard.
If your body is busy breaking down food or storing waste, your internal energy is directed toward the dense physical organs. Furthermore, physical waste acts essentially as an energetic sink. It literally grounds out the subtle frequencies.
Wow, so it blocks the signal.
Exactly. To channel high-frequency tachyon energy, your internal circuitry must be totally clear of dense physical obstructions. Bathing also clears the subtle auric field of static.
That is fascinating. The biology literally has to support the physics, so what's the next step?
Then, you must perform pranayama, which is specific, regulated breath work, for a minimum of 5 minutes beforehand.
Okay, to get the breathing right.
Yes, this regulates the respiratory system, it calms the mind, and it primes the nervous system to handle the massive influx of prana you are about to receive.
Okay, so the nervous system is primed. Now, the posture. This part amazed me when I was looking at the notes. You have to sit on an insulated surface in Padmasana, the classic lotus pose, with the legs crossed.
Yes, very specific.
Why the insulated surface and why that exact physical shape?
Well, the insulation, like sitting on a specific mat, prevents the scalar energy you're about to generate from grounding out into the earth.
Like an electrical wire.
Exactly. It keeps the circuit closed within your energetic field. As for Padmasana, the captain explains that sitting with your legs crossed and locked in this exact posture physically turns the human body into a Mobius coil.
A Mobius coil.
Mm.
So for anyone trying to picture this, a Mobius strip is like taking a long strip of paper, giving it a half twist, and taping the ends together.
Right, it creates a continuous loop.
An infinite loop, where energy can flow on both sides without ever hitting an edge. So sitting in the lotus pose physically folds our legs into that infinite loop.
Exactly. You are physically twisting your body's geometry to match the geometry required to capture and circulate tachyons. It's essentially an electrical coil made of flesh and bone.
That is just incredible.
Now, once you are in this shape, you chant the mantra 108 times using a mallet bead necklace to keep count.
And why 108? Is that another specific frequency?
Yes, the repetition of 108 is a critical harmonic. 108 is the digital value of OM, a deeply divine constant that aligns with the geometry of the cosmos.
Oh, wow.
By repeating the 24 syllables 108 times, you are building the resonance, stacking the scalar waves upon each other over and over to create a massive, stable, energetic field.
And before we move on to the mental state, there's an incredibly important clarification from Captain Vadakayil regarding who is actually allowed to perform this practice, right?
Yes, and this overturns a lot of modern dogma, honestly. Captain Ajit Vadakayil makes it explicitly clear that women are entirely free to chant the Gayatri mantra.
Which is huge, because that's not always taught.
Right. The only exception, and this again comes completely down to physics, not any sort of restriction, is that they should not do so during menstruation. During that time, the body's downward energetic flows are operating heavily to cleanse the system, and trying to pull massive amounts of cosmic prana upward through the nadis at the same time creates a conflicting energetic current.
It all comes back to the biological mechanisms.
Always.
Now let's hone in on the mental requirement, because I feel like this is the linchpin that holds the whole ritual together. You mentioned earlier that the linguistic meaning of the words is there just to induce gratitude.
Correct. The chanter must hold a deep feeling of gratitude while visualizing the image of Saraswati the Quasar in their mind's eye.
But of all the emotions humans are capable of, peace, joy, love, why is gratitude the necessary key? If the body is the hardware shaped like a Mobius coil and the mantra itself is the acoustic software running the program, is gratitude essentially the energetic encryption code required to unlock the flow of prana?
In the decodings provided by Captain Vadakayil, our emotions are not just fleeting thoughts, they are magnetic.
They carry an actual charge.
Yes, our intentions generate their own scalar waves. Gratitude is a highly specific, highly coherent vibratory frequency.
So it's not just about being polite and, saying thank you to the universe.
Not at all. When you generate a pure, sustained feeling of gratitude, the electromagnetic field of your heart syncs perfectly with your brainwaves. It creates a state of ultimate biological coherence.
Wow.
If you attempt this highly technical acoustic process with a mind full of anger, ego, or distraction, the encryption code is wrong. The scalar waves you generate become jagged and incoherent.
So the signal gets scrambled.
Exactly. Gratitude creates the precise harmonic smoothness required to perfectly catch and integrate the prana flowing from Savitur.
It's just staggering to sit here and think about the level of knowledge this requires.
Yeah.
We're talking about mapping the deep cosmos, understanding faster-than-light particle physics, mastering zero-point energy, and completely hacking human neurobiology, all seamlessly woven into a single, elegant daily practice.
It truly leaves you in awe of the unmatched brilliance of the ancient Maharishis.
It really does.
They didn't need particle accelerators or large hadron colliders or space telescopes because they utilized the ultimate, most sophisticated supercomputer in existence. The human body, paired with a consciousness operating at its absolute highest frequency. What Captain Ajit Vadakayil has done for us is strip away thousands of years of misinterpretation, religious dogma, and poor translations to reveal the pure, unadulterated physics of this ancient spiritual science.
So to bring this all together, we've traveled an unimaginable distance today. We started out in the deep, ancient cosmos, standing before the blinding primordial light of the Quasar Savitur, the mother of all stars. We explored how that ultimate creative source sends out faster-than-light tachyon energy, known as prana, cascading backward through entropy to bring vital life across the universe. We follow that cosmic Wi-Fi all the way down to Earth, right into our own living rooms.
And we discovered that we are not just passive receivers of that light.
Exactly. We've seen how, by adopting the exact geometry of the Mobius coil, clearing our internal circuitry, and using the precise acoustic technology of the Gayatri mantra locked in with the frequency of gratitude, we can actively capture this cosmic vitality.